I've got to do 350k by tomorrow night to get to a family friend's house in St. Stephen. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let's read day 36. And thank you again to the guy in Rivière Julu who helped me with the old front tire. So this one, I see it as a short one. Unleash your legs.
There's not a player. There's not a player in the National Hockey League. Okay. Like he's under contract, it's not a player.
I repeated those 3 words in my head incessantly on days 36 and 37. On day 36, I stayed with a family on a family farm because the campground was closed. I just asked and they were the nicest people, offered me shepherd's pie. And on day 37, with 230 kilometers left to St. Stephen, everything went wrong. My gear shifter, the cable snapped early on. Then I got a flat with 70 kilometers left. But I got there safe and sound, and the next day I interviewed the family in the Bay of Fundy.
Where are we now, Mary?
We are in Oak Bay. We have the Bay of Fundy behind us, and we're in New Brunswick.
Perfect. And what's so special about this Bay of Fundy here?
So this Bay of Fundy, the water comes in every 6 hours and it goes completely out every 6 hours. So it's absolutely freezing because the tide's always coming in and out. And you can only swim at at a certain part of the day.
Okay, and where we're standing right now,
yeah.
When will it be full of water? What time, do you know?
I don't know when high tide is, but I'd say where we're standing right now will be covered in water next hour, max.
So the outcrop of rocks there, when the tide goes out, the guys come from over that point, and as the tide's going out, they have their little motorboat and they go over there and they park all day long. And there's 3, sometimes 4 of them. They have orange vests on and they dig for clams all day long. Now the clams that they dig here can't be eaten straight away. They have taken to a central processing facility and they have to be flushed out because at certain times of the year there's something called red tide, which means that there's bacteria. Okay. And so you'll get really, really, really bad food poisoning if you eat them. So they make probably a couple $100 each a day, apparently, depending on how many they collect. Really? And they're taken off and, flushed and sold to wherever, people who export clams.
How do they dig them up?
So they've just got kind of like a little trowel and they've got waders on and this trowel and it's back-breaking work. You see them all day out there, bent over, digging the clams up and throwing them in their buckets and that's it.
Day 38. Commitment is pushing yourself when no one else is around. Anonymous.
Thank you. Do you agree?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Before leaving my goddaughter and her family behind in St. Stephen, they helped me find this guy working on bikes out of his garage called Coastal Bicycle, small town St. Stephen. And he fixed up the cable on my bike. It was amazing. Then I biked about 100k to St. John, tented outside of the ferry, took the ferry over to Nova Scotia, and had 2 relaxing days of cycling. Very nice, beautiful Nova Scotia. And my trip ended in Halifax, as you probably expect.
It's fitting that I end this journey with a flat tire, because I've had so many.
I had the real temptation to go and essentially throw my bike into the Atlantic Ocean, dip it in there, and complete the coast-to-coast journey. But I wanted to wait for my girlfriend. I knew it would be a special moment for us. I didn't tell her that, but I knew I wanted to wait for her to do it with her, because both of our grandparents arrived in Halifax along that Atlantic Ocean and Pier 21, so I wanted to wait for her. We wouldn't actually dip it in the Atlantic until a week later because we spent a week going around Halifax, renting a car going up to the Cabot Trail, and of course visiting the Pier 21 Museum.
How do you feel to be at Pier 21?
It's really emotional. It's so nice. We had a guided tour, and it was so nice to learn how our grandparents came here, how the process was, and what they had to go through. It makes me so grateful for everything that they've done for us, and it's a day that I'll remember for sure forever.
And did you like the cabins and all the stuff?
Yeah,
you saw?
it was really nice because they kind of recreated how it was back in the days, because we're seeing what we've heard of for years and years and years, and the fact to see even luggages and the plates that they were eating in on the boat is pretty special, I'd say. And to know that, you know, the boat came from this side and they're right here, and we're walking.
You
During
can't
the visit,
see, it's very foggy. Yeah.
during the visit, the tour guide said, well, now you're stepping where your ancestors stepped for the first time, and that was pretty emotional because it was the first step in Canada.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Before finally dipping our tires in the very port in which our grandparents arrived and continuing our journey to Charlottetown, we had a pleasant, beautiful little vacation, seeing where hockey was invented, visiting the place of the Acadian deportation, chilling on the beach, bathing in waterfalls, eating wonderful maritime food, seeing where John Cabot arrived, meeting Gus, the oldest gopher tortoise in the world at 99 years of age, joking around.
Watermelon.
Do you think that it's sweet?
And appreciating heavenly views.
They will never know the beauty of this place, see the seasons change, enjoy nature's chorus. All we enjoy we owe to them, men and women who lie buried in the earth of foreign lands and the seven seas. Dedicated to the memory of Canadians who died overseas in the service of their country and so preserved our heritage. There it is. We did it. We did it. I was just saying before, it's insane how our grandparents arrived right there, you know. And ending the trip here, it's pretty special. Alright, you get yours. You're starting yours, we're going up to Charlottetown, or Cavendish, and then back to Charlottetown, flying out. It's the beginning of a long journey, are you ready? Woo! Oh, watch your feet. Oh my gosh. She got her shoes all wet. Well, your grandparents arrived here too, so that's pretty special. Let's go to Charlottetown. Here we go.